Hi everyone, I'm Macy Egeland. We are live on Newsday TV. Today we continue Newsday's year-long investigative series on Long Island's dangerous roads. Today the focus is on our most dangerous intersections. Joining me to talk about it is Newsday's transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo. So let's get right into this and go through that list of the most dangerous intersections. What did you find?
Well, obviously intersections all over Long Island could be very dangerous. Our town's reporters that took the lead on the story narrowed it down to the five most dangerous, going by deadly accidents, serious accidents, and just crashes in general. And they are, in no particular order, Old Country Road and Broadway in Hicksville, Jackson and North Franklin Streets in Hempstead, Veterans Memorial Highway and Old Nichols Road in Islandia, Nichols Road and State Route 347 in the Stony Brook, Lake Grove, Nesconset area, and Straight Path and Sunrise Highway in Lindenhurst, which I believe had the most serious crashes.
I mean, these are big, busy intersections, but what else is it about them that makes them more dangerous, more deadly?
I think, what I've heard from experts on this is just the nature of an intersection makes it particularly dangerous because of the idea of conflicts, right? I mean, traffic is the safest when there is nothing in the way of cars or pedestrians, and by their nature, you are putting everything in everything else's path. So you've got conflicts between cars and other cars, cars and pedestrians, cyclists. Very often you get into confusion and complications with lights and signals. Sometimes a left is allowed at the same time a right is allowed, which sends cars right into each other. So, and you add to that speed, you add to that several lanes, you add to that the reality that very often there are a lot of pedestrians at these if they are near busy shopping centers or what have you. It all combines for an especially dangerous situation.
Right, and these are intersections that a lot of us are going through every day. They have an impact on a lot of us. Let's take a look at how they are affecting a lot of Long Island families.
We were hysterical. We were crying. All the kids loved him.
Susan Klonofsky's husband Stephen was killed crossing what a Newsday investigation found to be one of the most dangerous intersections on Long Island. It's an intersection she used to drive by all the time, but has gone out of her way to avoid over the last 5 years.
I just passed it one time on the train. I haven't been back there. It's like a trigger.
The intersection at Broadway and East Old Country Road in Hicksville represents a devastating crossroads for Klonofsky and her family. In the early morning hours of August 6, 2020, her husband of 25 years dropped off his car with his mechanic, then stepped into the intersection, heading to the Hicksville LIRR station. He never made it to the other side.
I got a phone call, and then they came in person, and because they didn't tell me exactly what happened on the phone, and then when they came in person, that's when we found out the news that he had passed away.
Analyzing crash data in Nassau and Suffolk over a 10-year period, Newsday compiled a list of the 5 most dangerous intersections on Long Island. They are East Old Country Road and Broadway in Hicksville, Jackson Street and North Franklin Street in Hempstead, Old Nichols Road, Suffolk Avenue, and Veterans Highway in Islandia, Nesconset Highway and Nichols Road in Lake Grove, and what may be the deadliest intersection of them all, here at Straight Path and West Sunrise Highway in Lindenhurst. Over the last decade, these 5 intersections accounted for more than 70 serious injuries or deaths, over 2,100 crashes overall, and immeasurable frustration and heartache.
We looked at the data that we received, and over a 10-year period, there were 17 either fatal or serious car crashes at this intersection.
Wow.
21-year-old Jillian Gardner of Centrereach wound up in the hospital in 2021. A car collided with her vehicle at Old Nichols Road and Vets Highway. She was a high school senior at the time.
I had bruises all on my arm from the airbags. I had bruises all over my stomach from the seatbelt. The doctors were saying that the seatbelt saved my life.
People who are on foot and riding bikes, they don't have crumple zones, they don't have airbags, they don't have all those layers of protection that drivers have.
While each of Long Island's intersections has unique issues, traffic safety advocate Alyssa Kyle said they all share some traits that make them uniquely perilous.
Intersections are more dangerous just because you have more conflict points. You've got people going in all different directions, making turns. You have people trying to cross the street, people making left turns, right turns, going through the intersection. There's just many more points where two vehicles or a vehicle and a person could, crash into each other.
For its part, State DOT says safety is its top priority, and it's proposed improvements at all of the intersections we've identified. They range from things as simple as new crosswalk timers to far more complex upgrades, like the construction of a new overpass bridge here at Nichols Road and Route 347. The price tag for that project, up to $140 million.
Given the constraints of the amount of space we have, the amount of vehicles that we have, there are limited options.
No amount of engineering can replace taking extra care at intersections. It's a painful lesson Susan Klonowski takes with her every time she gets behind the wheel.
I stop at the stop signs. I make sure that no one is there, and I obey all the traffic laws, and I tell my kids the same thing.
It's tough to hear their stories. Obviously, we don't want to see that happening again on Long Island, but as you mentioned, the solutions to this are, pretty big projects, but let's talk about that. What can be done to solve this?
Well, they don't have to be that big. On the high end, you've got something like what I mentioned there in Lake Grove, a $140 million bridge overpass may be the best solution because it actually eliminates the intersection. But there are a lot of other things that can be done, and the DOT says that they are doing or have plans to do. These are things as simple as crosswalk timers, painted crosswalks, medians. One idea that I think there's already been some success in the city is what they call pedestrian interval leads at crosswalks, which is all to say a head start for people crossing the crosswalk before traffic is allowed to go in the other direction. It might be 3 to 7 seconds, but that can make all the difference when you've got to traverse 6 lanes of traffic to get to the other side.
Anything is better than nothing at this point.
Yeah.
This is an ongoing series. Great reporting, Alfonso. It's something we will continue to focus on. You can read more about these intersections, see an interactive map showing crashes across Long Island from 2022 to 2024, and see our entire Dangerous Roads investigation on our website, newsday.com. You just have to click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. Thanks for watching.